am Sequoia, and this is my friend Amanda. And yeah, and I'll let Amanda introduce herself in regards to who she is and her relationship with sound and music and using voice.
Yes, so I've always felt a great block in my voice. I feel completely unconfident about the use of it, and I'd really like to learn to unlock it and have it as a gift in my life.
Great. Okay, did you ever use the voice before?
Not like in school, we had to sing and this, but yeah, I felt myself out of... My teacher said, "Oh, sing, you have a nice voice," and I felt myself out of tune, and I remember turning to a girl in school and saying, "Am I really out of tune?" She said, "Yes," and then I was just like, and shrunk inside.
Right. Okay, so I appreciate your courage and confidence to come and explore the voice and to come back into a new relationship with the voice. We all have suppression in our life, and when we use the voice, it unblocks what is stuck here. And when we're taught as children to be quiet, to shut up, you don't sound good, any of these messages that we internalized and we have given power to in some charge, it brings us into a deeper place of we're unconfident to use the voice. But once you start to feel confident exploring the voice, it dwindles into everything that you do in life. You feel confident to drive a certain way, or you feel confident to ask somebody a certain thing that you wouldn't maybe have asked somebody. You feel confident to share that. So I'm hoping that in this experience you get some inspiration to use your voice.
Yeah, I really feel that you know, our voice is another tool of expression, and if you're blocked in that area, then there's a limit on you as a whole being. And so, yeah, I'm really interested in doing this for the medicinal of unlocking my voice.
Great, fantastic. Okay, I know what it's like not to use your voice because I didn't start until I was 30. So it has helped heal myself of an illness, and breath and sound are just two ends of the same spectrum. One is unaudible and one is audible. And when you start to merge them together, it's like a rainbow that comes together. Mm-hmm. So we begin by relaxing the body, and that's best done through breath. So let's just begin by just taking a deep breath in and let it go with a sigh. Keep the heart lifted and the breath long and deep. And notice where there's tension in your body or any tightness. And on your next inhalation, hold the breath. Bring your awareness to that tight place and allow a more audible sigh to be released. Let's do this a couple more times. Breathing into that tension, retaining the breath, and allow the breath to be even more audible. One more time. I'll bring specific attention to the jaw. There's a lot of tension that is held in most people's jaw. So imagine that you're going to yell, or you're going to open the mouth for the dentist, and you're going to open it as wide as you can, and then let it go. So we are starting to help the jaw relax. So it's not about looking good, it's about feeling good. Okay, let's do this 2 more times. Great. Now we're going to start with just a simple hum we'll start with just humming. And in order to find our voice, we need to, like a radio dial, find that exact spot. And in order to find that exact spot, we got to be off. We're going to be off with our voice sometimes. And that's fine. So give yourself permission to do that. And we will begin with G sharp, and we'll just move up and down. So just to begin with, we'll start by listening to where we're going to go. And this is what it sounds like. So we're going to explore that territory with humming, and I invite you to just go inwards with this experience, and each is going to be one note, one breath. And it's just humming. And once we get to the top, we will descend back down. Okay? So this requires big breath. So always lifting the chest up. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and let's begin. Noticing how it affects your body and where it is coming from. And just noticing how you feel. What is happening inside?
Feeling a warmth in my belly, higher, and I felt a lot of vibration in my chest.
You feel a sense of expansion.
Yes. I still feel very tight in my throat.
Okay.
This area here feels very tight.
It feels tight, okay. So as we start to move energy, it says actually prana, we will need to clear the throat, which we both just did. And the more that you go up and down, the more the throat is needing to be cleared because the energy is moving. So now that we've just explored that, we're going to do now call and response. So we'll do it so you can hear what it's like to be on key, and then you just do your best. And I'll go very slow. So first listen and then repeat. Yeah?
Okay.
So we'll use the Indian scale as our practice of sound at this moment. Because this requires a sense of timing and rhythm. Sa 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 de 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 ga 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 ma 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 ga 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 de 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 sa 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 sa. So it doesn't matter if you're hitting your thigh or you're clapping, but keeping a rhythm. Okay. So again, I'll do it first, and then it'll be your turn. Okay.
Okay.
Sa 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 de 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 ga 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 ma 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 ga 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 de 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 sa 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 Great. Sa 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 de de ga 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 ma 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 ga 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 de de sa 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 sa. Your turn.
Yeah, nice. I'm getting nervous. I'm already doing a simple thing.
We're going to continue to go up. When you go up fully, because I'm going to then break out and we're just going to go up a scale. When we go up the scale from sa, lower sa to higher sa, there's usually a pause, a slight pause in the pa. So there would be, that pause would be a inhalation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right now we're just doing exercises to go up, but then I'm eventually going to go into the whole scale going up.
Okay.
But right now we're just creating rhythm and going up. Okay, here we go again. In the pa. So it would be, when you're coming down, it'd be like, let's try that again. So it's going to be fast.
Okay, I'll watch.
and then I'm going to go all the way down. Yeah, and then I'm going to go up, and it'll be your turn. And then I'm going to go down, and it'll be your turn. Yeah. And we'll do slightly different variations. They're called alankars, variations of different movements with the sound. Yeah? So listen. The vowel A on descending in every exercise we do instead of the notes. Yeah, it'll sound like this. the upper octave and the lower octave in a very sneaky way. Yeah, yeah. But in these explorations, there is like a whole new territory of feeling and emotion and color and flavor that gets revealed once we touch these places, both on the upper scale and the lower scale, on the lower octave, I mean. So, did you find it really hard to get to the lower?
To the lowest ones, I felt more comfortable as we got lower. I felt more relaxed in the whole of my body and like this. But then the last one was just getting so low. I felt like a grizzly bear or something.
Yeah. But this is the beauty of how this works. Like, so if you look at what's happening inside, we are bringing prana to the lower regions, and we're bringing energy to the first and second chakra when we're going into the lower regions. And one great practice to do in the morning time before the sun rises, if you wake up 2 hours before the sunrise, they call it Brahma Muhurta, the time of Brahma, the time of the time before, like, of gestation, before birth arises, before the sun is setting. Just that magical period between night and the dawn. And there are extra ions that are in the air, in the area of that we are in, that we connect to, and it allows us to go deeper into our lower notes. And if you just said sa repetitively for up to an hour, you could just sing. You could go. That's all you do, is just repeat. And what happens is it takes you on this trip. That's all I can say. It's like you are grounded.
Wow.
You like, so you said you felt like a bear. Well, that bear energy has strength and it's grounding and it's very solid. And when you do that practice, so when I do that practice, I've done it up to an hour where it's just you go, where's that coming from? Right? And so it's a practice to do. And we have a lower range in the morning than we do at 12 noon, which is a beautiful connection to how our voice and our body connects to the cosmic body and the cycles of the nature. So let's go into the exploration of just a couple of lower notes, yeah?
It felt a lot more relaxed and mellow inside.
Then going up to the upper notes.
Yes, yes.
And how is the throat feeling?
More relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Much more relaxed. Like there's still a little tension there, but it feels much more relaxed. It felt much more whole within my whole body, like the sound of from
the lower octave.
Yes, and I felt like it more in harmony and resonating within me.
Right. So that's good to know. That's good to know. And so most people feel more comfortable in the lower notes than the higher notes, and it does require some muscles. The use of the muscles. Some people just are naturally born that way. Some people have to develop the muscles through going up to the upper octaves. All right. So let's sing. Do you want to sing a song?
Okay. I don't know any words, so I'm really bad at remembering.
No. You'll get this is it's the word in Sanskrit is aham prema, and in English I am divine love.
Okay.
It's very easy, and I'll sing it once so you get the hang of it. One line at a time. Yeah? So, aham prema, here we go. So, I'll sing it twice, and where you feel comfortable to join me, just join in. Yeah? How's that?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, great. Your voice sounded really good. I think we do a couple more exercises on the harmonium here, and then we'll sing a song on the guitar. So we'll go we'll go 3 breaths with different sounds on one note. We'll go up in the scale, and then we'll come down just chromatically, very quickly, just ah, with an ah sound. And so the first sound is ah, and the second sound is ni sa, and the third sound will be o. So I will do it twice. You can listen to me the first time through, or you can join me. Three parts. One being from the lower base of our body with the ah, the oo moving through the torso of the trunk of the body, and the on the top, equal duration in each area. Yeah? And then prana also pierces in the different bodies equally. slowing down in one full breath. Deep breath in. Just notice how you feel. What sensations do you feel inside?
A light vibration, quite expansive and peaceful.
Great. Great. So let's sing another song. And it's English and Spanish. Do you speak Spanish?
No.
Then let's just take the English. Yeah? Emotion with your devotion. Come on. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and the fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and the fire, my spirit. Your turn. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and the fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and the fire, my spirit. You want to go by yourself?
Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit.
Perfect. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and the fire, my spirit. Oh, the fire is my spirit. Bueno. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Feel the fire.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Shall we do one more song?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. This one is very easy. You'll just hear it. I'll sing it. I'll sing it once, and then you can sing it with me. Om Tat Sat, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om. Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om. Second line. Hare Om, Hare Om, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om. Bodo. Hare Om, Hare Om, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om. That's it. Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare Om Tat Sat, Hare feel?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, great, good. Now let's go into improvisation. This is where it can get really scary. Yeah, it can also get really, it can be very transformational. So I'm going to play something on the harmonium, and I'm going to make something up with my song, with my sound. And if you want basic structure, stay with the vowel sounds, A, E, A, O, U. I will do that at the beginning, but then I'll start to move from it. And I'm not going to move a lot, just to keep things simple. So why don't I do? And allow your breath to open up your heart in this feeling. And imagine that whatever's making you feel good is awakening your heart in this moment. And allow the sound to come from this place with the heart open, filled with the emotion and devotion, love and gratitude. Once you feel comfortable, I will begin to sound Just notice how that feels inside. Feels light? Mm-hmm. How does it feel in your heart?
Yeah, really strong vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Expand.
Mm-hmm. A sense of freedom to use the voice.
Yeah, coming.
Yeah. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Really. Like I just wanted to play with different octaves and different feelings, and how we can bring, we just were moving to 2 notes, and I wanted to play with that with the emotion of love. So that's why we tune into what it made us feel good.
Yes.
And when you go with the emotion that makes you feel good, that's what's supporting the vocals. It's that emotion that's allowing it to move out. Sometimes we might just sing and we don't tune in to that feel good or to the heart, and then it may not sound good. And then we get all heady about it. But when we get into the heart, we allow the feeling to direct the energy. Yeah. So from the overall singing and practicing, how do you feel?
I've enjoyed it.
Great.
Yeah, and especially this last one when we were singing, I did really feel strongly the vibration in my chest and area when we're singing, like really such a warm glow, vibration and expansion. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. There's something that you can do that's every day, and I do it almost every day, but I call it the heart song, where you just tune into how you feel and you just resonate love, gratitude, and appreciation, and then allow whatever brings you to that place to be released with sound. There's no boundaries, there's no borders, there is nothing to censor. It's just in the moment. And each moment is different. So my heart song right now is going to be different than my heart song tomorrow at this time. And every day, if we can sing our heart song, even if it's, you can just clap your hands, or you don't need an instrument, it can be just a cappella. And having a safe container is starting with the vowel sounds. Just even going from A to E. A, 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 whatever. That's just an example.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, thanks for practicing with me.
Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste.